Sweet.
Let's get it then. We came, we saw, we conquered the technical difficulty.
Took longer than I would have liked it to, but you know.
At least it worked.
Yeah, at least we're here. Hopefully.
Whoa. What's going on here?
Twitch is loading.
Oh. Are there certain platforms that it loads up on faster?
Yeah, Twitch takes a little bit longer for some reason. I don't really know why, but
I think it's because it's such a bigger website.
yeah.
They have a lot more going on than most of the other ones. But then again, if Facebook loaded this fast, Facebook is constantly just buzzing.
Right, Facebook is wild.
Sending data. I'll tell you what. I'll give you a smooth, crisp high five if you load faster.
It will load up here in a second, but oh, finally! Feels like that took
Forever.
way longer than it should have.
God, dude.
You like my YouTube thing? If you guys don't know or haven't ever been on our YouTube, the background image is top shelf, but it's the Pornhub colors.
It kills me so much.
People know what they're getting into that way.
Dude, have you seen Ryan Creamer? The guy who does safe for work porn on Pornhub?
Oh, yeah, it's so great.
Dude, when you reach, I think it was 50K subscribers, they, send you a Letterman jacket.
Yeah.
He got it, 5,000 in.
God, damn. I need to get me a Pornhub Letterman jacket. Is there a market for big bearded men with small wieners beating off into the camera?
There's a market for everything.
God, I'm in, boys.
You gotta think, man. If it exists, there's a porn of it. They even have coronavirus porn.
Oh, I saw that.
That shit was killing me, dude. Someone put, the whole opening of it up, and I was like, this is just terrible. Who came up with this?
Dad?
What are you doing with that strange woman in a mask on? My girlfriend sent me this one that fucking was two people in hazmat suits.
Oh, yeah?
Just dry humping it. Like mad dogs. And she was like, look at this. And I was like, oh, looks like I gotta get us some hazmat suits. And she was like, no. And I was like, oh, come on.
No.
It's hysterical. This is the most classic thing we've ever done. What's kinkier than reenacting but not being able to get it because you want to be safe? Talk about safe sex on a whole nother level.
Damn, I just figured out a way to market to kids.
Oh, no!
Safe sex. If you can't get it, you can't have it. What's up, Bieber?
Talk
so
about
Twitch works? Okay, thank you.
abstinence, right? Who needs abstinence when you have hazmats?
So, man, we got a lot to talk about. 2 hours to do it, hour and 15 to do it. Coronavirus. Where do you sit? Is it really, do we need a panic?
I'm not going to lie, I sit on more of a conspiracy theory factor.
Okay.
I feel like since election year's going on, Democrats ain't been doing too hot. Everybody, everybody in America seems like they either are 100% for Trump or just get the fuck out of here.
Right.
And I feel like since all the political buzz is going on, the media is going to just, take this virus, hype it up way more than it needs to be, so everybody starts focusing on that and stops looking at all the other bullshit that's going on.
Right.
Because it's I see a bunch of varying different factors for it. I've seen, risk for if you're under 40 is 0.2%. And then other people are saying it's 2% for a death rate and stuff like that. But it seems like it's really only affecting kids under the age of 10, and then people above the age of 60 seems like where the highest death rate is.
Right.
And so I feel yeah, it's something we should worry about, but it's not something we need to go all out. This is a full blown pandemic. We need to shut everything down. Though I respect it because it's kill it before it hits home territory.
Right. I think the thing that scares me the most is just people and how they're acting. Did you know the Costco down here got shut down yesterday because two people were fighting over some fucking thing?
No,
They shut down the Costco because people were wilding out in the middle of Costco in Bountiful, Utah on a fucking Friday.
Dude, the Costco in Ogden yesterday, there was a whole post about it, and if you know you're from Ogden.
Yeah.
And they had a line of like 150 people that were wrapping around the building because everybody's trying to get in. Like, I was telling you, I went to Walmart with my girlfriend yesterday. We couldn't get like anything. Every like, basic necessity is gone. Dude, even the hamburger helper was gone.
Fucking hamburger helper?
The hamburger helper, the Kraft mac and cheese, that whole aisle was empty.
I know, my mom said that the little like 89-cent pizzas are gone. You got Chris Matson saying, I love Kai.
I love you,
Jaren.
What's up, Jaren? Fucking, I hope everybody's doing good up at the house there, bud. We all need to get together soon. I haven't seen you guys in a long time, and I honestly miss all your goofy asses.
Hey, Jaren, I don't personally know you, but your name has been brought up on this podcast a lot. You need to come on, my guy.
Dude,
I need to know you.
Jaren's a fucking cool-ass dude.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Everyone who knows you has always come on, but you know Jaren? I'm like, no, I don't. And they're like, man, he's the fucking shit.
Nah, dude, I used to live at his place up in Roy.
Oh, really?
I was there. God, I don't even know. It felt like forever, man. But, yeah, then I moved down to Murray. And I'm not gonna lie, it's really fucking weird walking into my house and not just, like, seeing a bunch of people chilling. Like, ready to say, like, what's up, what's going on. Because it's like, now whenever I walk into my apartment or something, it's just empty because, like, I'm living alone now.
Damn.
And so I just look around and I'm like, damn, I miss those fuckers.
Definitely has been just moving in general. I mean, you made a lot of big moves recently, from Logan to...
fucking Roy, and then from Roy to Murray.
Are you happy where you're at, though?
I'm happy. Like, I like it because I'm closer to work, and I'm closer to my girl, and I'm closer to family.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like... it's weird, dude. Like, I love the area. My apartment's, like, super eerie right now because there's me. And for, like, the first 3 weeks, it was only me. I was the only resident on the 4th floor. Now I have one other guy, and I'm super mad at him because he decided, I'm going to pick the room right next to you. And so now there's me and one other guy on the 4th floor. Everybody else lives on the 6th, and then the entire rest of the apartment's just empty.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. It's quiet, I'm sure.
Oh, it's real quiet. I got, like, an upstairs neighbor and then one right next to me within the past 2 weeks, but I think the guy that moved above me, he seemed super old because he was the only guy I saw, like, moving a bunch of stuff with, like, his son or something, but I haven't heard a peep out of him.
Wow.
And, like, even then, like, I'm a little bit of a rascal. I like my music and my television loud.
Right.
And I'm, like, sitting there.
You rapscallion,
dude. Dude, I'll be sitting there and I'm like, oh, fuck, what if I get a complaint? But nobody said anything yet. But I also am having, like, a bunch of people over tonight, so I'm a little worried tonight might be the night.
Yeah.
The first, hey, you need to calm down. I heard there were like 8 people yelling about fried chicken. I want to know what's going on up there. And I've set off my fire alarm like 8 times just from like cooking bacon or something like that because the apartment's like so small, it gets so condensed and smoky, and I'll be like, yeah, man, chefing it up. Call me Boyardee. And then it just burr, burr, burr. I'm like, ah! I'm like worried they're gonna ask me what's going on up there, and I'm like, nothing, man.
Don't worry about it. None of your fucking business is what's happening up there.
They like come busting in when it's going off, and I'm like cooking hamburgers or something. I'm like, you guys want one?
Yo, you look like you could use a double. I got you.
No, dude, when I was moving in, the movers that helped like move all my furniture and stuff, we were like sitting there, and then this is what killed me the most is because when I was moving out of Jaren's place, Jaren gives him a beer, and then I go meet the other movers at my place, and I'm like, oh, fuck, you guys like want a beer? And they're like, yeah, man. And I was like, okay. One of them like followed me on Instagram.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dude, he was like, yo, dude, like I love your chains. And I was like, oh,
my guy,
thank you so much. He's like, yeah, you should follow me on Instagram. I'll follow you back. And I was like, well, fuck, man.
All right,
always in the market for new friends. Oh man, he kills me.
So back to Corona. Do you think that, like, what's your take on, like, how it originated? Because if you get on Reddit, there's, like, 9 million different people saying that it's, like, this conspiracy. Like, the media made it what? It was, like, people eating bats in China?
Yeah, so, like, most of the stuff that I've seen about it is it started off as a virus. Sorry about that. I have these, like, weird burps that sound like bear growls. But, so it started off in bats. And then from bats, it got transferred to snakes, and that's when the virus mutated. So that's why everybody's kind of freaking out about it, is because that's what mutated it into such like a super contagious virus. And then they found, well, at least from what I read on Daily Mail, is they're thinking the origin point is from, like, the farmers markets in China.
Right.
Because, you know, like, China's fucking just the most belligerent place, like, I've ever been in my whole life, dude. Like, we went
You've been to China?
Yeah, we went back when I was about 9 years old.
Okay.
And it was like, it was super, super weird because it's like there's just people everywhere.
Right.
There's like all over the place. There's always something going on. And for some weird reason, it was like a lot of the places we went, there were people like asking to take like pictures with like me and my family.
Oh, wow.
And that was like super weird. But
Just because
like, we're different, I guess.
Right.
They're like, look at all these blonde people. But then it's like, we went to a farmer's market out there. And so I can kind of believe it because that place was an absolute mess.
Yeah.
It's like you go to a farmer's market up here and you got a bunch of people like, oh, let me get this like organic, this and that. And then down there it's like, oh, look at that. It's a whole naked chicken hanging there with a bunch of feet and then like duck liver and organs sitting everywhere.
Right.
And so I could see it originating from there.
And just the fact that it's an open market so like everyone can touch it and like,
yeah. And they all just like roll around. And it's like, they're in China, they're not too concerned about like what's going on with it because it's like you get food, you get food.
Yeah.
Like you're just out there, you know, like I'm gonna eat what I'm gonna eat. And so I could definitely see it coming from like bats and snakes or whatever. But then you got all the people that are like, this was a plant. Mm-hmm. This is something that government did. Or my favorite conspiracy theory I've seen, just like one of those weird Twitter ones, was they were like, what if North Korea sent it out?
I saw that, yeah.
They're like, we have a gift for you guys.
We're going to have this, like, big, like, they're going to take over our TVs one day and be like, we have the cure, but here's our demands.
You guys need to stop being capitalists.
First things first, Trump. You're going to have to take a big old ween in the ass. Publicly.
Second thing, Seth Rogen and James Franco. Death penalty for the interview.
Public hanging.
No, like I just don't get it because it's like it was such a new thing and it like started off kind of really subtle where everybody was like, oh man, there's this like massive disease coming out of Wuhan, and now it's like, oh shit, this is a fucking worldwide thing. And then I actually saw a video yesterday. It's like they took a video of all the doctors leaving the last temporary hospital in Wuhan.
Right. Oh wow.
And so like they're starting to kind of like die down a little. But that's like you got Italy. Italy's freaking the fuck out right now.
Oh yeah, they've had the most deaths, right?
Mm-hmm. They have the highest death percentage, which is 10%.
Yeah. For
everybody that gets it. And then like my parents actually just barely went to Israel and Egypt, and they had to change their flight out of Italy.
Oh really?
Yeah, because Egypt blocked all incoming flights from there, so they had to change their flight to, I think it was like Spain, and they flew out there, and then when they were coming back, they had to be like pinpoint on time because their flight left at 10:50, and then at midnight is when they were shutting off all outgoing flights from Egypt.
So do your parents just travel for enjoyment, or do they do like non-profit or business related things?
They just travel for enjoyment, but I don't know. I think they might change it to like non-profit and charity things because like one of my dad's biggest goals is he wants to make a charity foundation before he dies.
Right.
And he was like telling me once, he was like, I want to like have this so that like when me and your mom are gone, you guys can take over because you know like we've done a lot of stuff to like get us to where we're at, but I want to be able to like help a lot of people. And I'm like, good for you, man.
Yeah,
That's
very
fucking
respectable,
dank, dude.
Because I know like a lot of times you come on, you're always telling us like your parents are in this other new place or whatnot. So I didn't know if it was like a lot of fun or if it was a non-profit thing. But
they've definitely like in the past 2 years they've like traveled more than I've ever seen them in their entire lives travel. Like
it's awesome.
It like blows my mind, dude. Because they'll be like, hey, I'm coming down to the house. What's good? And my mom's like, oh, we're in blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
what?
I'm like,
I don't even know what that is.
What's going on here? She's like, oh, well, I sent it in the family group chat. And I was like, oh, fuck, I don't ever check that.
Now, I think with this coronavirus thing, though, the one thing that kind of scares me, not the virus itself, and, like, I mean, of course, like, it could. Like, if it gets mutated again and becomes more, lethal, then, of course, that's scary. But it's the people. It's how people are acting and how people were so quick because their news station told them shit's hitting the fan that they just turned to panic. And we're not ready for, like, a real thing. like a real fucking like you catch it you die thing, because like I don't have supplies for longer than maybe 2-3 weeks at my house.
And that's the thing that kills me about all the people going to the stores, because it's kind of like preventing everybody from when that point actually hits.
Yeah.
That everybody can get prepared, but I kind of don't mind it at the same time, because at least we don't have to worry about the doomsdayers. Like,
Yeah.
I bet you those two dudes at Costco were doomsdayers.
Oh, I'm sure. The only thing that that freaks me out the most is like, let's say hypothetically this gets worse, right? Like everyone catches it, it spreads further and further, it mutates, it starts making it lethal, food and water. Like, dude, we're gonna turn to like anarchy like real fucking quick with people.
I'm waiting for that day.
Right.
I'm 100% an anarchist.
Right.
I've been waiting for so long.
No hesitation. Someone's catching bullet holes
Yeah,
for
dude.
some water.
I'm gonna be sitting there. Someone's gonna be like, "Get your dirty, stinking hands off of my Dasani." I'm gonna be like, "Bet you want to go? Nobody's touched a Dasani till now."
What's up, Salty and Sleepy Ninja? Hope you guys are doing good.
Man, I forgot
Yeah.
all about Salty. Dude, I follow Salty on Twitter.
Yeah. I don't know. I wish you posted more, but you know.
Yeah, I'll see like a post every like once in a while, and I'm like, oh shit, what up, man?
This is the boy Salty.
Yeah, dude.
Salty's the OG.
It's true. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have much opinions of coronavirus right now. Like, I was kind of really like being booty tickled about like everyone freaking out about it. I'm like, you guys are panicking, and like, I'll be honest with you, like, so I'm a gamer, and like on Thursday night I got into some pretty deep levels of gaming in the evening, and like it's like playing for like 3 or 4 hours. I was having a lot of fun, and then like I got off and like walked around. I'm like, oh wait, people are in panic today. Like, people were freaking out today.
Fucking Wes is just like comes out of the steamer and he's like, holy shit, everybody's losing their minds.
Well, fuck, dude. Like, I've been doing that recently too. I just barely restarted Dark Souls 1.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, man. You already know the minute you restart that game,
you're in.
you're in for the forever, dude. They're making a new one for the series. It's called Elden Ring.
Oh yeah, it's fucking directed by goddamn George R.R. Martin.
I'm
It's
so excited, dude.
So hype.
I'm so excited. Oh my god.
What do I want most in life? A Game of Thrones story with Dark Souls gameplay? Yeah, fucking here's my
This
money.
shit's gonna be good, dude. I'm gonna be sitting there like Fry, like, shut up and take my money. Just give it to me now.
They could be like, oh, well, sorry, guys. It can only be played on this new console we're coming out with.
I'd be like, bet.
I'll take 2.
I'm already buying it.
Like, that's one thing I liked is because a bunch of my homies were giving me like rumors like, oh, it's gonna be Xbox only, and I was like, well, fuck, now I gotta buy an Xbox.
That's the crazy thing about those games, though, is you do, like, you would. I bought a PlayStation strictly for Bloodborne.
Dude, Bloodborne?
That was my first, like, because, like, I never played Last of Us, and I wanted to, and, like, I wanted to play some of those other games, but I was like, got my Xbox, I got computer, like, oh, wait, Bloodborne dropped, I'm like, all right, I guess I'm getting a PlayStation.
Dude, I can't lie. Bloodborne and Sekiro are the only one of those games I can't beat.
I still haven't started Sekiro, because
Dude.
I am not ready to invest the rage.
It's like, I like to think of it like they took Dark Souls 3 and mixed it with Bloodborne and then gave it a Japanese finish.
Yeah, that's what
'Cause
I've heard.
It's such a fast-paced game compared to all of them.
And there's no blocking. Right?
So it's like there is, but it's like you have to time your blocks right.
Almost like a parry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that sucks is because they added, it's like they took the Dark Souls parry time and they're like, well, let's just put a +5 multiplier on this.
Good luck, nerds.
Every enemy is so fast in that game, and like everything is so much faster paced than all the other ones. Like
Right.
I couldn't fucking beat Bloodborne because I was like, this is
It's
way
quick.
too fast for me, man. Because I'm so used to fucking Dark Souls where it's like, all right, bet you want to go, I'll just circle strafe you, parry you, boom,
Right.
you're out.
Calford says, OMG, Kai. That hasn't been a day, it's been a year. I love you, bitch.
Oh my god, you kill me, Calford. I'm literally gonna see you in like an hour.
Salty Frank says Dark Souls 1 is the best Souls.
Dude, Frank knows what's up, man.
Yeah.
Frank knows what's up. I thought Dark Souls 3 was way too fast, and it's kind of easier.
I did like 3 better than 2, though.
Oh, well, two's the most broken game in the history of all the Dark Souls, dude. Like, I beat the first and the second boss, and then I was like, okay, like, bet, let's see what's next. Next thing, dude, I'm still stuck on that to this day. And it's been, like, over a year because I can't get past the mechanics of it. And they added adaptability where they were like, yeah, fuck your invincibility rule. We're going to take all this out unless you want to level this up. And I was like, well, dude, I'm a strength faith.
All right.
Like, I need
you do
that.
strength faith?
Mm-hmm. I do strength faith,
Like
great
that.
sword.
Nope. See, this is why I date Brittany. She compared me to, like, taking off my headphones to Goku leaving the hyperbolic training. God damn! That's the kind of hype I've been waiting in my life forever.
I've been dating this girl, Ellie, for, like, a couple months now.
Oh, I see you guys posting. Y'all fucking cute as shit.
Dude, I
Cute
love her.
as shit.
I love her to death, dude, but one thing I'll never be able to do is get her to watch anime with me.
Oh, no?
Well, she told me, she was like, if I ever walk in your house and you're, like, watching anime, like, I'm probably just gonna go home. And I was like, I can get over it. And he's like, I still got free time. I can still watch it on my own time.
I feel like if you just sit her down and just get her on one show, she'll realize.
No, I said that same thing, too. And she was like, that's never gonna happen. And I was like, well, fuck. I'm gonna try one day, though. I'm waiting for the moment.
Just look her in the eyes and be like, have you ever just needed to cry your eyes out and feel your heart broken?
We're watching fucking Angel Beats.
Yeah, we're watching Angel Beats.
Oh man, that shit kills me though. But she likes a lot of the shows that I've been watching. Like we just barely watched I'm Not Okay With This, which is phenomenal, by the way. It was
What is
so
it?
Good. It's called I'm Not Okay With This. It has the girl that played Beverly and the guy that played Stanley in it, chapter 1 in it.
Oh, okay.
And it is, oh my god, it's phenomenal. It's kind of like, it gives off superhero vibes, but it's also like really dark at the same time.
What is it on?
It's on Netflix.
Okay. I didn't even heard about that one.
Dude, it is fucking good. The first season has like 7 episodes in it, and we finished all of them in one day.
Wow. God damn.
It was literally, dude, it was fucking yesterday.
See, I need a show like that in my life.
Dude, it was fucking good. And the thing that fucks me up the most is they gave it one of those cliffhangers, but you look at it and you're like, well,
Perfect.
fuck, I need to know what happened.
Brittany says, anime is the best? Have her watch Princess Mononoke. Yeah, I always tell people, like, if they're like hesitant to get into anime, to watch a Studio Ghibli, because if Studio Ghibli doesn't pull them in, it's
They're
gonna be
never gonna
hard.
pull-
Yeah, you're not gonna like it.
She told me she liked Spirited Away. And so I was like, alright, bet. Like, everybody likes Spirited Away. I just need to weasel in one of the other Ghiblis.
Yeah.
And it's over. It's
What's
over
the
right then and
What's
there.
the super sad one? With the 2 kids.
When Marley was there, or Ponyo, or
No. The
Castle in the Sky?
No, the war one. Why can't I think of it? Holy poop! One sec.
I
I was
need
gonna
to think
say
about that too. I haven't seen a Ghibli in a fucking minute. Oh, is it Totoro?
no, not Totoro.
Ah.
It's like the saddest one. Everyone always says the saddest one. Why can't I?
I'm not gonna lie, when Marley was there was actually that
I haven't
one
seen
kinda
that
tugged at
one.
my heartstrings, dude.
Yeah, Grave of the Fireflies.
Oh god.
Tell her like, hey, we'll watch this happy-go-lucky movie.
And then like halfway through she's gonna be super sad.
She's gonna be like, oh, you fucked me up on that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's depressing as fuck. Yeah, Grave of the Fireflies is a rough day.
Dude, Calford, if you're still watching, my phone's literally living off of 1%, but tell Jen if she bails, I'll never forgive her.
Damn.
Dude, she, like, is the master bailer.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's like, it's weird because she'll start off the night like, yeah, let's do it, I'm totally down. And then it's like when it comes down to brass taxes, she's like, oh.
So you would say she's the master bailer?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect, because I'm the master baiter.
Oh, no! You talk about fishing?
Do you see this shirt? Do you want to know what it's made of?
What?
Dad jokes. Nice to meet you, Wes McBee.
Can I get a Corona, hold the virus?
So, do you watch a lot of comedy? Like stand-up?
Sometimes.
Do you know who Big J. Okerson is?
I do not.
So he's a pretty, like edgy comic. He likes to fuck with people and whatnot. Anyways, he was in Utah, and me and my girlfriend went 2 weeks ago, last weekend, I don't know. And we were waiting outside because we wanted to get a picture with him and say hi or whatever. And this dude behind me is drunk as fuck. And he's like, he's loud. He's like that guy who's like talking to everyone. He's like talking to us and like 4 other people.
He's
and
one of those people that's like...
Yeah, he's just about it. And he's all like, guys, I heard if you get corona, all you have to do is get Lyme's disease because can't have a corona without Lyme. Crickets. Just dead silence. Everyone was like,
It's a good thing I wasn't in that crowd. I would have been the only guy laughing.
I giggled, but I already heard it. And I just felt bad crickets, and he's all like, ah.
You want to hear a damn good joke that
Yeah.
my coworker told me? All right, so there's this guy with a speech impediment. He's walking down the street, goes into the hardware store, and he rolls up and he goes, "Hey, you guys got any buckets?" And he's like, "You mean a bucket?" He's like, "Oh yeah. Let me get one of those." So he's just rolling down the street, sees this gas station, walks in, and he goes, "You guys got any bum?" And the lady's like, "You talking about gum?" And he's like, "Oh yeah. I need some of that." And then he's walking down the street, sees his pet store, right? Rolls in, he goes, "You guys got any cock and spankets?" And he's like, "You mean a cocker spaniel?" And he goes, "Yeah, I need one right now." So he's rolling down the street, he's got his gum, his bucket, and his cocker spaniel. And this cocker spaniel just rips itself off the leash and is running down the street. And he's like, "Oh no." And he turns to this guy and runs up and he goes, "Quick, hold my bum and fuck it while I grab my cock and spank it."
God damn, that's good. Do you want the worst dad joke of your life?
Yes.
Okay, if you ever find yourself in the Bahamas and you're really craving a pie, it's about $4.
Ooh.
But if you go to the Dominican Republic, it's like $6.
Ooh.
Those are just the pie rates of the Caribbean.
What the fuck, dude? How you gonna do me like that? How you gonna do me like that? Where's Michael Jackson buy his pants at?
Where?
Billie Jean's.
God. Absolutely not. Billie Jeans. Dad jokes are what make me just want to stay alive all the time.
Dude, dads themselves, the ones who come up with it.
Angrily puts down bottle.
I snorted. Oh, fuck, no. That's how the dad jokes get you.
Oh, I know. Sometimes you just can't take it.
You're just like, oh, yeah, this is pretty tame. Then it hits you, and you have that initial stage of, you're not.
Like, fucking do this to me right now?
And the next thing you know, it's all over. You're just laughing your ass off.
It's okay. There's this thing that my girlfriend does. We'll just be talking about whatever, and she'll get real close to me. She'll be like, "Do you have games on your phone?" I'm like, God damn you.
Dude, my favorite thing my girl does is when we're on FaceTime, she'll, like, point the phone at a weird angle, so her head kind of, like, comes up, and she just goes, "I'm an egg."
I'm an
Every
egg.
time I'm like, you fucking kill me, dude.
So when is she gonna come on the podcast? Any interest or no?
I'll ask her tonight. I bet
Yeah.
you she'd be down. She likes coming and talking.
Hell
Man.
yeah.
She's a swell lady. She's honestly like 10 times as social as I am.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it just kills me. Like, my favorite thing she said was, "You turned me into an introvert," and I was like, "Look, I hate people. You should have seen this coming."
you're lucky if I leave the house. We were talking to this other introverted lady at the bar, and she like gets up to go get a drink, and this girl like looks at me and she's like, "She's really outgoing," and I was like, "Yeah, if I didn't have her in my life, I'd be sitting at home playing games right now."
It's true.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man.
You know what I catch myself doing though is like if it's like Friday or Saturday night and I don't have any plans, it's not that I don't like. Of course, I want to play video games. I lose track of time so bad. Like I'll be playing. I've been on World of Warcraft again because they released a classic version of the game.
The most addicting game in
Oh
America.
yeah, it's bad. It's like fucking. It's like every 2 hours I just snort more coke.
Gets back to
Yeah,
it.
fuck. Can't. I gotta like crunch up some Adderall and just. Oh, we got a lot of shit in grind tonight, boys. I need more gold.
Right as you do, you just Leroy Jenkins.
Right? But I've been doing that and then Age of Empires.
Ooh, I never played Age of Empires.
It's a good RTS. It's fun, but like with both those games, if you don't really pay attention to the time, you'll be like 8 hours deep and you're like, oh, fuck.
Well, fuck, dude. I was a StarCraft boy growing up.
Oh, well, yeah, you get it, man.
It's seriously, I'd like hop on at like noon, and my mom would be like,
you've been playing that for a while. Like, do you want to go do something? Come on, I've only been on for like an hour. I look at the time, and it's like 6 o'clock, and I'm like,
you're like 6 matches. You're like, yeah, what are you talking about?
This isn't even that long. Well, it's because those matches take so long,
Yeah.
man. And they just absorb everything, and you're like, oh, fuck, someone's getting my pylons. Well,
Not today, motherfucker.
not today, motherfucker.
I had a rough one the other weekend. Like, I was up playing, I was like, I think the reason why I enjoy World of Warcraft or games like that is just the social aspect, because, like, you hop in Discord now, and there's always people to talk to, like, Salty, like, I've been talking with him and some of his new friends and whatnot, and they're awesome. I enjoy their company, but just, like, gaming has become a social thing.
Well, dude, like, that's one thing that I feel like nobody ever looks at is the gaming society and, like, how social everybody really is. Like, I saw this post on Twitter
where this guy was like, I literally just took a trip out to California to meet all the people I've been playing Call of Duty with since I was like 12.
And I don't mean this to be like over the top about Salty, but like I don't think me and Salty would have ever interacted. Like he's in North Carolina, I'm in Utah.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see myself going out there for any reason whatsoever. I would call him one of my closest friends.
Dude, fuck, man.
You know, and I've never met him in person because he's just, you
Salty gonna come to your wedding? You gonna meet Salty the wedding day?
that'd be fucking dope.
That's what I'm saying. That'd be dope as fuck.
That would
dude.
be.
That would be like a legendary aspect right there.
Only if he's the ring bearer. He comes down in like a butler outfit. And he's,
Kneels down and he's like, my liege.
my liege. I can smell the bromance in the air. Hey, you know.
Nothing
It's the
really
boy.
gay about it, man. It's the bromance.
But no, I think I agree with you. I think that, well, I think it's old white women who don't understand gaming. And by old, I mean people like 45 plus.
Well, shit, dude. My mom never understood it. They, like, sat me down and had, like, a whole talk about it because when I got Fallout New Vegas, when it came out when I was, like, 14, it was over. Like, I didn't do anything but play New Vegas.
Right.
Because, like, first off, New Vegas is, like, the greatest of all Fallouts.
Oh, yeah. No
And it was like-
argument.
Second off, I was like, well, fuck, I need to figure out everything about this game because, like, you could log, like, 30, 50 hours easy. And then
Yeah.
you'd be like, all right, bet, there's a little more I can do.
Right.
And then they, like, sit me down, and my dad was like, every level, every point your character gets, he gets stronger. But you're getting weaker. And I was like, what do you know, old man?
You just throat chop him. Does that feel weak?
You tell me if this is weak. I just, like, get up, and I'm just like...
But no, like, I agree with Sleeping Ninja. I think it is a generational thing. And, like, I say the old white women thing is a joke just because that was the group who tried to shut down M-rated games and like GTA and
cause
stuff.
violence in society. Wesley, don't you know if you play GTA once, you're going to be killing hookers and robbing banks?
All I've done is kill prostitutes. No, I think that maybe now that gaming is much more mainstream, they realize that it's a social thing. Like, very rarely do you meet people now who don't at least like have someone they're chatting with while they game. Like, don't get me wrong, you're playing Dark Souls, you don't need people to chat with, but like...
Well, it's like, even then, like, when I lived up in Logan, all I did was fucking play Dark Souls.
Mm-hmm.
It was like every day I'd call up fucking, you remember Talon?
Yeah.
Dude, I'd call up Talon and I'd be like, yo, because he's like the one who like convinced me to get it, because I was like talking to him and I was like, well, is Dark Souls like really worth it? And he was like, that's the only game I play, dog. And I was like, okay, bet, because Talon like hates all video games.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was like, so if he likes Dark Souls,
You know it's good.
then you know it's fucking good. So like I got it, and it was like for a steady like 4 months. That was all we did. I'd like wake up, I'd call him up, and I'd be like, yo, I'm hopping on. You down? And he'd be like, yep, I'm already on. Let's get it.
I'm already on.
We just hop in the party and we just be fucking talking back and forth. But the thing I like about that is it's like you can't just constantly play with people. You have to have like humanity or embers and shit like that to actually like play with them.
And so it reaches that point where you're like, well, I can't find any embers, and the other person's like, well, I'm gonna go. Call me when you find some.
I also think it's cool too, like just the community aspect. Like, if you were so inclined, you could hop on numerous websites and have a whole group of people who are super passionate about Dark Souls.
Well, dude, I love the
You
Dark
know?
Souls community, but I'm not gonna lie. They're brutal.
Oh yeah.
You'll see someone post like, well, I can't get past so-and-so. What do I do? And there's like 1,500 comments that are like, get good, scrub.
Yeah, get good. Get good.
And then there's like someone will post like that you died page, and they'll be like, I bet you see this a lot, don't you?
Oh, they're savages.
Well, dude, everybody always talks shit on a lot of things because like I like to use the Ring of Favor and Protection because it boosts your stamina, it boosts your health,
can't remember the third attribute because it's been so long. And then if you like look that up on the internet, everybody's like, only weaklings use that
Alright.
and all that. And I'm
Only
like,
scrubs.
and I'm like, yo, sorry, we got a fucking stamina build going on here. Like, I don't know why you guys are running around using fucking chaos. That's one thing everybody hates, dude. It's people that use chaos magic. Because, like, if you're playing and the minute you become human, someone will, like, invade your world. And you'll be like, alright, bet, scrub. You got a fucking staff and a sword? Let's go. I got this sword that's as big as 4 of me. What are you going to do about that? And then they're like, flomp. And you see this little ball slowly coming towards you. And you're like, bet,
Great.
roll. And it taps your foot and just kills you instantly.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
Cool.
I'm going to kill you.
Good game. GG.
It always kills me, man. But then,
I really think Fortnite put gaming in a different place. It's actually like,
well, it took over every generation, man.
yeah. I think it was the first game to really, like, I don't like Fortnite. I know a lot of people don't. It's kind of a meme now. But, like, it really brought gaming as a whole into a different place. Like, you know, League of Legends was making a big push, and, like, people were getting on board with that, and it was, like, has TV shows.
Jinx for life.
Fucking Jinx, man.
I love Jinx.
Jinx is a bad bitch, and we all know it.
Dude, we all know it. Fuck, dude, you got fucking constant damage boost for every fucking attack you give. Like,
No. What is it? Stack of 5 in attack speed as well?
and it's over, dude. Everybody hates Jinx.
All you kids watching who don't think Papa's a gamer, try me. What game you want to talk about, brother?
You really want to go? We'll go about games for hours. We got like 3 other topics. Fuck those topics. It's gaming.
It's gaming. Gaming makes me want to nut all over the walls.
It's all over right then at the start, dude.
What got you into gaming? Like the first game?
Super Mario 64. And Luigi's Mansion on PS1.
No.
Dude, I used to play the shit out of that game, but then one day I went to like open the PS1. You know how like has that flip top?
Yeah.
I hit the eject and it flipped off.
Oh.
It just flew off, and I was like, I broke it. And it was like it was my sister's PS1, so I was like, oh my god, she's gonna kill me. She's gonna kill me. I was like, this is the end of my life.
The end of days.
Then like I waited because I was like, if I just don't tell anyone, it's all good.
Yeah.
And then I hear that, Mom!
Oh,
I was like, oh no, I've been found out. My cover's blown.
They call you and they're, no, I haven't touched it.
Like, I don't even know what a PS1 is.
What is gaming?
What are these games you were talking about? But then
Who is Luigi?
yeah, dude, like I used to play those all the time. And then I think the one that really got me into it was fucking the Sonic Director's Cut.
Oh, really? Fuck yeah.
That game was legit, dude.
Is that the one that's the double with Shadow or whatever? Good save, good save.
Even with a broken hand, I still have cat-like reflexes. But it was cause fucking it was the one where like you started as Sonic, and then you went to Knuckles, and you went to Tails, and you went through like all the characters.
Oh,
you could pick like
okay.
different stories for each
Yeah.
one. But the thing that really got me into it were what are they called, dude? Those little blue guys.
Like chibi little dudes you
I always
collect?
called them chibis, dude.
Yeah.
And it was cause fucking I found out if you put an animal next to them, it changes them. But then I found out not only that, if you keep caring and loving them, they keep morphing.
Oh shit.
And I was like, this is over. This is like Pokemon and Sonic combined. And then fucking, I don't know, I was always big into like Animal Crossing. That's what blows my mind is I started with so many like softcore games.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, if there's no blood in it, I'm not going to play it.
Take your pathetic casual games out of my way.
Dude, fuck. Parry this, you fucking casual. This is the knight pointing the gun.
Yeah. No, I actually think I'm in the same boat. My first ever console, my dad bought like for the family when I was like 5 was an N64. So like Mario 64, James Bond, Mortal Kombat, like those were the games that got me into it.
GoldenEye.
Yep.
We used to have tournaments over GoldenEye.
GoldenEye's so frustrating.
Dude, I had to turn off the golden gun because everybody would get so mad when somebody would get it and they'd be like, alright, 4 shots, y'all are over.
Yeah. 4 kills for the win.
It's like, you know, you're sitting there third person scrolling, man, but at the same time, it's like, if your thing was a little off of them and you just fire and you'd be like,
Yeah, you just kill him. You're like, what the fuck, Richard?
what the fuck, Richard? Did you ever see the, damn, this chicken's almost as juicy as my ass?
It's okay. Damn.
Dude, fucking me and Sam Peterson were allegedly super baked watching that. And right as he said that, I swear to God, we laughed for like 45 minutes straight. We kept like scrubbing back to it. And I was like, why is this so funny?
Why is this the best thing that's ever happened?
Dude, I was like, oh, I got it. It's because the chicken's almost as juicy as his ass.
Oh, so I went to Wendover last night, and like, well, do I have to say allegedly? I don't know how this works. Went to the dispensary.
I say you don't because it's legal there.
Yeah. It is so weird to me.
Is it like a real dispensary?
Yeah, full blown. Like, you walk in, you have to check in.
Oh, they have the little door where you check your ID and all that.
You wanna know what the weirdest part was? Me and my girlfriend were joking about it. You can sign up for the rewards program. And hear me out. Every dollar you spend is a point, and if you save up enough points, you could trade it in for A, more weed, B, bongs and pipes, or C, clothing.
Oh, it's all over for me, dude.
Dude, it was so weird, and like how the room was set up. It's like an open floor, and you go up and there's like these like cabinets that look like they'd be in a museum. Like, you know how like in your museum there's like, this trilobite was from 50,000 BC. Like, it's like that, but it's just like,
this cannabis.
Yeah.
It's grown.
This is an indica that will put your ass into the dirt. Like, you know, and then you get a menu, right? And you're like scrolling through this menu, and then you talk to one of the dudes on the floor like you're at a fucking restaurant. Like, yeah, I would like to take this 5 milligram purple Kush edible. And he like writes it, and then you take it to this dude, and then he gets it, and then you buy it.
He's like, what are the specials today? Oh, well, we have this
grass-fed, fully organic
right.
papaya Kush,
Yeah, papaya.
grown in the mountain ranges of Colombia, harvested by hand.
One puff, and you'll taste every single hint of the papaya. And you're like, oh my god, can I get the stuff that makes me high? Now, that's my question.
That's what killed me was I went last time I went to California was like last summer, and I went to this dispensary called Harbor Collective.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I was like on FaceTime with fucking Comfort the whole time because he was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm about to buy my first legal Kush." I was like, "It's over from here.
It's
never
over.
going back." And I like roll in, and it's like set up like fucking Smoker's Guru in Salt Lake, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like all set up like that, and I was like, "All right, look, I'm gonna be real with you. I need the nicest eighth, and then anything else I can buy with $100." And this guy is like, oh, well, you can get this, you can get that, you can get this, you can get that. Went to this other one that was the SD like MC or something like that. It was like the San Diego Marijuana Collective.
Okay.
With everything you bought there, they gave you a free pre-roll.
Oh, what?
Yeah, dude, like I was sitting there because I bought an eighth and a pre-roll, and then he was like, oh, you get 2 free pre-rolls with this, and I was like, oh fuck, I'm only here for like another day.
What am I supposed to do with all these pre-rolls, sir?
Oh man, that was like the worst night of my life, but the greatest night, because like right as I went back, my family like goes to bed, and I was like, good, the Mormons are sleeping.
Time to chain smoke.
I was like, it's time to get belligerent. So I like rolled up to the bar. This is one thing I love the most. They'll let you buy more than 2 drinks per one person out there at some of the bars. So as I rolled up and I was like, I need 5 shots of tequila. And they're like, okay, here you go. Like, where are your friends? And I was like, these are for me.
Here's my friend. 1, 2, 3.
And then I was like, I was sitting in the back of the hotel. They had a whole little area just for smoking. And I'm just sitting there, dude. I like fucking plot through the 8, plot through the fucking 4 pre-rolls I had. And I'm on like the last one. And I was a fool for even starting the last 3, to be honest. It was like, first hit in, I was like, oh, fuck.
These are different.
And I'm sitting there, I was like, there's like a group of people that roll up, and I was like, do you guys want some of this? And they were like, yeah, man. So like talking to all these strangers, and they're like, dude, like, you okay? You're like wobbling a lot. And I was like, I might have bit off more than I can chew here. They're like, well, how much have you had? And I was like, don't worry about that. It's like, take this, take it away from me. I need to go to bed.
This is why I called you, the reinforcements.
I was like walking up back to the hotel room, and I was seriously like, bonk, 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 bonk. I'm like, everything that's ever existed. There was like a table. I like damn near knocked this flower pot off and caught it. And I was like, thank God the reflexes are still here. Like set it back up on the table. And then I finally made it to the room. I don't even remember like going to bed. I just remember waking up and I was like, where am I?
What is this? Where's my 4 joints? You smoked them.
Well, fuck, dude. Like the first night there, they gave me a free pre-roll. And I was like, I'm gonna go blaze it in the streets. Because I can! And I'm like walking along the fucking coast. I'm like sparking up in front of this fucking cop. And I was like, that's right, motherfucker. You can't stop me. And then fucking, I like reach into my pocket to pull it out. And I pull the tube out and I flick it up and I look in. It's gone.
Oh.
I lost it.
Fuck.
I don't know where I lost it, because like the whole time I kept like opening it, I was like looking at it, I was like, this thing's covered in so much dank. This is a whole nother level. People don't even know what's going on over here.
Damn, did you flick it up and it flicked out with it?
I don't know. I was super faded when I did it.
I bet some guy was walking past, he's like, is it Christmas in July? Don't mind if I do.
Dude, that's the best part is that I was out there for 4th of July weekend. Oh man, dude, I was like sitting there everywhere I walked. My mom was like, you smell kind of weird. And I was like,
it's California weather, baby. I don't know.
It's like, it's got to be that homeless guy down the street. You don't know what's going on here.
I know, I always try to harass my mom about trying like edibles or something.
Dude, I like tried to crack that joke once, and I swear to God, my mom was about to take the belt off.
Damn.
She's like, I don't know, she's really weird when it comes to that. She gave me the whole, you don't know where this is grown. This could kill you. And I was like,
you eat vegetables.
yeah. I was like, you don't know where your vegetables come from. You know how many steroids are in those? Not the ones that make you stronger, I'll tell you that.
We know that there's pesticides on that. That's confirmed.
Dude, that's another thing that's killed me within the past like 2 years is that now like every smoke shop or like half the gas stations I look into, they have the unregulated THC will kill you.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, thank God. Fuck the little vapes. We ain't down with that here. Because like all my fucking old homies are like super obsessed with that. And they'd be like, yo dude, hit this, and I'd be like, no, I don't know where that came from.
Right.
But then it's like fucking you go get one from a dispensary and it's just different, dude. You take like one hit and you're like,
yeah, I don't know how I feel about the cartridges and stuff, because like, so I recently had purchased one, and like, fuck. Now don't get me wrong, I stopped smoking regularly like 3 or 4 years ago.
I don't even know if I'll be able to smoke regularly again after this time.
Right.
Because, like, I'm going to get off in September, and I know, we all know, the first thing I'm going to do, it's all downhill, but I'm going to take fucking one puff, and I'm just going to curl up in a ball and cry myself to sleep.
Yeah. I don't know, I stopped smoking for personal reasons, and then, like, every once in a while I'll have, like, an edible, or maybe I'll get belligerent one night every, like, 5-6 months. I went and got this cartridge and, like, bought a little vape or whatever, and I don't know if my tolerance had just completely fallen off or what, but I took, like, 3 puffs. It was nothing like actually smoking, like, grass.
like fucking flower and stuff like that, dude.
I just, like, it put me in a whole different world. I was miserable.
Well, dude, I've never even been, like, a fan of wax.
Yeah.
There was this one time fucking you got the alleged substance seller homies.
Right.
And they're all, like, there. And we're like, yeah, let's fucking take some dabs and all that. And allegedly I took one way smaller than I normally do, because it had, like, been, like, fucking 4 months since the last one. And, dude, I seriously had, like, a full-blown panic attack.
Yeah.
I was about to be that guy from the 911 thing where he's like, yeah, we're, too high. We need the police. I was, like, about to pull that. And I was like, I need to get myself out of here. And I, like, ran to the basement, fucking into my room and fell asleep.
Yeah.
And then I fucking wake up. And it was, like, 8 hours later. And I just felt the exact same.
Oh,
and
no.
I was like, this is not good. This is too much. Because it's like, when you're smoking flower or something like that, you can tell when it's like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah. With that stuff, no.
But it's like a risk. It's a gamble.
Yeah.
It's nothing but gambles, dude.
That's how I feel about the thing that I got, because I just, like, I've smoked it 3 times now since, and I don't think I'm going to ever smoke it again, because all 3 times have been miserable.
Well, dude, one thing that, like, killed me the most is, like, especially I found with, like, Utah people, is they'll make them themselves.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, like I've seen a lot of people that like fill in with reclaim and stuff like that, and I'm just like, dude, first off, that's super dishonest, honestly. Like, I don't like to fucking short people or shit like that.
Yeah.
Like back when I was allegedly a businessman.
Yeah.
I'd
A suit and tie man, as you like to call it.
A suit and tie man. Like I got screwed over once, and I was like, I'm allegedly gonna get this QP, and the guy was like, yeah, I'll give you like 5 ounces for like $300, and I was like, but what's wrong with it?
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, nothing, man. He was like sending me pictures. I rolled through. This man hit me with a bait and switch.
Oh, really?
And so like anybody that hit me up, they were like, yo, what do you got? And I was like, I have garbage. I was like, if you want to buy a lot for stupid cheap, hit me up. If you don't contact me. Like,
right.
I have nothing but garbage right now. I'm really sorry, everybody.
I apologize.
Like,
expect better.
It was like I got a little screwed over because it was like I'm normally like a stickler for that quality level.
Right.
But I don't know, dude. You want to know what my fucking probation officer told me?
Hmm.
So like last time I went and saw him, I was like, he knows why I'm there. We all know what's going on.
Right.
And he was like, well, like, do you feel any different and all that? And I was like, no. And like now I actually have like good friends that are really supportive of like what I'm doing with my life. You know, they don't fucking hit me with that peer pressure BS.
Right.
And I was like telling him all about that, and he was like, oh, that's good, that's good. And like out of nowhere, he was like, but when you're off, you should go see if you can get a medical card. And I was like, did you just tell me to do that? I was like, are you trying to set me up? And so I was like, oh, I don't know if I'll do that. And he's like, no, man, like I think that's a great idea for you. And he was like, look, like you got a busted hand. You already got your way in right now. He's like, dude, like just do it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. And I'm just looking at him, and I was like, why are you like telling me this? And he was like, well, he's like yada yada yada, going into like all his other patients and shit like that. He was like you're probably like the most lowest guy I've had in a minute, because it's like I've been on my shit. I've already paid off my fine. I paid off my classes, finished my classes. All I have to do is 48 hours of community service, and I haven't because of this.
Right.
It's like, they're all gonna look at me and give me some BS job that I don't want to do.
Right.
And he was like you're like, I'm just not concerned about you at all. Like, I feel like you were just that guy that like just had the stuff and got caught, and you were super sad about it. And I was like, well,
Yeah.
fuck, you just read my mind.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem about all of it in general. Like, you know, we don't have to talk about your situation specifically, but just the fact, like,
Well, it happens to a lot of people.
yeah, I'm like, who the fuck cares if fucking Joe Blow has got like some weed that he wants to smoke? Like, let him smoke it. Who gives a shit? But like, it's
Like, what's he gonna do too? Like, I know it's a tell-all tale. Everybody's heard it a million times, but it's like, who's gonna be worse? The guy who just smoked 5 joints, or the guy who just fucking pounded 7 shots?
right. Well, I just don't know what happens when it becomes federally legal. Or, yeah, legal. Like, does everyone get reimbursed? No, they're not going to do that.
So, based on how I've seen it go in other ones, like other states and stuff like that, it's like, if it becomes federally legal, they're not going to cancel your ongoing case, but what they will do is they'll expunge it from your record.
Mm-hmm.
Or like some states like Colorado, they're not going to reimburse everybody. We all know everybody. Like, the money you lost is the money you lost. Government doesn't give a shit about that.
Right.
But what they'll do is they'll like let you go to a retrial.
Mm.
And then you can present your case, you can present what you did, and it's like, if you're just, another fucking blue collar ass man living the life, then boom, you're good.
Right.
But it's like, if you're like some fucking high end like business suit and tie man, living the fucking risk life, they're gonna be like, sorry buddy.
Yeah. Well, for sure, like, at the end of the day, we all know the risks that are associated with anything involved in that. So, like, you can't really get mad at people, like, if it does become legal, but at the same time, like, I don't know, maybe non-violent marijuana charges get expunged and maybe even reimbursed. Because that's almost admitting that, like, it was all wrong in this whole time.
I wish they would look more into reimbursement, because it costs you a lot. Like, this last one has easily costed me over $4,500.
Right.
And it's like, that's fucking a lot of money,
Yeah.
Like, I wish I could fucking get that back, but,
Mhm.
like, I know what I've done, I know what I did, I'm not, like, expecting it.
No,
But
of
it's like,
course
at the
not.
same time, if it were to just spontaneously become federally legal, like, yeah, I'm gonna be a little booty bothered about that.
Yeah, at that point you weren't doing anything wrong.
Yeah, and it's like, and it's the amount of time and energy it takes.
Yeah.
Because like I had to fucking give up 2 days out of my week for 16 weeks, and then 1 day out of my week for 16 weeks, just to fucking go to a class. And it was like the class that never even talked about what I did. It was basically like rehab for like hardcore drug addicts, like the ones that like lost their lives to like crack and methamphetamine and shit like that. They never even once brought up what I did. And like even when I went in for my drug and alcohol eval, like I was talking to this guy, telling him like my whole life story, and he was like, you know, like I kind of don't get why they sent you here. Like they're usually for more hardcore people. And I was just like,
you're like, bitch, me too.
yeah, I was like, this is what they told me to do. But I can't lie.
What's your take on like the mushroom legalization?
So, can we hold that thought? Because
Yes.
I'm not going to lie, my bladder is going to explode.
Oh yeah, no, please go.
Thank you so much. But
I'll check.
I do have an interesting take on it.
Okay, I'll check messages while he's using the restroom. Anyone here have anything cool going on for the day, or any fun games they're playing recently? I know that I personally want to start playing some Dead by Daylight. I know if Salty's here or Sleepy Ninja may have heard me, like, been wanting to do like a RP of that game. Like we all get in, we all pick a character, and then you know, and just kind of like goof around or whatever. And I've never played it before, but I think it'd be a lot of fun. I like trains. Trains are fucking dope. You'd like where I live. Yeah, I think it'd be a lot of fun, and I don't know. I've just been wanting to get back into a more social, laid back. Well, I know that game's not laid back, but a more like social and silly game that's enjoyable. Do you scare easy? No, but I love everything horror related. Scary movies, scary books, scary games. I've played or I've streamed the Outlast 1 and 2 with one of my friends on here, and that was the thing, is he always got jump scared and I never did. But I've seen a lot about Dead by Daylight, and I've always wanted to play it. I just didn't want to play like without people. First few games of Death by Daylight, I screamed. Even better. I think it'd be fun. Do you prefer to play as the killer or like the people trying to escape? Because I think the killer looks more fun, but I heard people enjoy the escapers more. Hop in Survivor? Okay. Yeah, I thought the killer looked cool. Yeah, I think I'm going to hop in tonight in the Discord around like 10 or 10:30 my time, which is mountain time, so like 9 o'clock Pacific or 12 or midnight Eastern, I think. I have 2 more shows to do today. One is potentially tentative at the second, but then I have another show at 8:30. But yeah, I definitely want to play tonight. I'm way down. I don't have anything going on tomorrow until a little bit later in the afternoon. Let me double check to make sure I do have another show. We played earlier. You missed it? Oh, dang. Loads of people in the Discord play. Yeah, and you guys were playing, or at least some people were playing the Friday the 13th game. I don't know. I heard that game's super glitchy, so I never picked it up personally, but it looks like a lot of fun. The Friday the 13th.
Oh, the like one where you're a killer and everybody else has to survive? Or?
Yeah, like one person's Jason and everyone else has got to figure out a way to get out.
So I've heard that one's pretty fucking good, but I have heard the same thing about the glitches.
Yeah, I have a couple people who've been wanting to play Dead by Daylight, which is like the same idea, just like different. It's not Friday the 13th themed.
That one I've heard is very, very good.
Yeah, me too.
But I hear that from a lot of horror movie aspects too.
Yeah.
So if you like horror movies, you'll really, really like it. But phasing back
to the mushroom.
Legalization of mushrooms, MDMA, and now ketamine for Psychological disorders. I feel like it's a 50-50, really.
Mhm.
I think I support mushrooms the most because, like, I've actually experienced that. I've allegedly done MDMA once, but I'm not going to lie, I was not a fan of it.
Mm.
But with mushrooms and stuff like that, I totally feel like in microdosing, it can actually help you.
I agree.
Because you're not feeling the whole aspect, but it does give you a massive mood change.
Yeah, you don't get the. Do they call it psychosis, or is that not the right word?
I feel like psychosis is more a term used for when you're seeing things that are there that aren't there.
Oh, okay.
Because like, well, I don't know. At least in my experience, I've never really experienced something like that unless it's
No.
with like DMT.
Right.
DMT will fucking do that like gnarly. But if it's for like PTSD or like depression or other stuff like that, the only one I feel like it can't really help is like schizophrenia and stuff like that, because like that's a way more hardcore disease and I feel like it can worsen that. But especially when it comes to PTSD, I can most definitely see it being a positive thing, because it'll definitely change your vibes. You'll just be sitting there and you're like, wow, like I love life right now. But if you microdose it, you'll just get the I love life without any of the whoa, what's going on?
I will say in my personal experience, and like I don't know if it's like actually a chemical shift in your brain or if in the moment you just think about stuff from a different point of view, but I did mushrooms allegedly once when I was a little bit more in like a worse off state of mind. Like I was down on everything, like wasn't happy with work, recently had broken up with somebody, like nothing seemed to be going my way. Flipped everything for me.
Well, dude, like back like a couple years back when I first came on, and we were all like getting into the psycho hallucinogenics and all that, and like all me and the homies had that whole rage. Like I was never ever in a very good mindset,
Right.
but it was like that's why I liked it so much, is because I'd be like, there's nothing to worry about and all that jazz. So I could definitely see a microdosing of it changing it, but I don't feel like it's really something that America's full blown ready for.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, because like they have mushrooms legal in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Except instead of it being like the actual fungi, what it is they use these things called philosopher's stones. They're kind of like truffles where they grow under the trunk in fat clumps.
Okay.
But they still have the psychoactive psilocybin in it.
Oh, okay.
And so they legalized those, but they still haven't fully like legalized full blown mushrooms. And like I've seen a lot of reports of Colorado going in that, but I also don't really keep up on that.
Yeah, I haven't looked recently. I think the one thing that like scares me for people is if they made it recreationally legal, because like, with people like Joe Rogan and that whole crew and like some of these other big named psychedelic like adventurers, I guess you could say, or people who are in that field and like testing it and trying to research it, like it does get glamorized a little bit. And I would feel really awful for people who don't really do their own research and go in with this mindset of like, oh, I can do this without any problem, and then they take like
fucking like
a quarter, yeah, and it just ruins them.
That's one thing I've noticed that ruins it for a lot of people is they're like, oh, well, this ain't gonna be that bad. Like that almost ruined it for me, because like we were doing, well, we don't need to focus on the prospects of it, but the double dips and all that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, half bet, and then everybody was like, oh, it hasn't kicked in yet, and then we were all like, well, let's just take another half.
Right.
I was like, all right, bet. And then it was like 15 minutes later, I was like, holy shit, where am I?
All the halves worked, guys.
I was like, all the halves are conspiring against us.
I don't know. I think, like, what was that big thing that everyone kept talking about? It was like, and if everyone did mushrooms, we'd live in a better society. I don't know, man.
We'd live in a dysfunctional society because nobody would know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. I definitely agree with you. I think the microdosing, and it should... I'm on the fence on recreational. I'm also on the fence of I sometimes think that everything should just be legal and let people do what they want.
No, I feel like if they want to do it full legal, they should definitely look more into the regulations of it. They should definitely not make it just full blown. They should do more microdosing aspect. Because like, could you imagine if everybody in America was running around on shrooms or something like that? Imagine how many car crashes they would be.
Oh, it'd be nuts.
Like everybody would be like, "Well, I can do this, I can do that," because you feel invincible on them.
and it's like, if you do it in a nice, like, regulated way, then boom, like, it could hella work, and everybody could actually figure out, like, how to get around with it and
Right.
all that. But, like, you just full-blown legalize it, like, it's all gonna go downhill fast. And I feel like that same thing happens with, like, cannabis and stuff like that. Is a lot of people, you know, they don't really know how to, like, handle it. And they're just like, oh, like, this is legal because, like, you can get fucking crazy paranoid and have a full-blown panic attack on just that. Like, imagine that, but the whole room is fucking moving around with you.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that maybe people don't realize. And, like, I see this a lot with prescriptions. And, like, I don't want to open the can of worms with prescription drugs right now because that conversation could keep us going for
Especially
another hour.
in this state, dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
no.
if you guys don't know about Utah and prescription meds and abuse, you can look it up on your own time. Maybe we'll do a podcast about it later on. But
It's pretty bad right now.
just because something's legal doesn't mean that it's good for you.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you know, for some people, like, when they heard weed's legal now in states and they're like, now's the time to try it, that still might not mean it's good for you.
Yeah.
Like, I know people that weed is not good for.
Well, like, my girlfriend, she used to, like, smoke and shit like that, but she stopped because she gets massive migraines with it. And it's like, she's debating on trying, like, edibles and stuff like that. And I wholeheartedly support it. I'm like, yeah, you know, do what you want to do, but at the same time, I'm, like, kind of really worried that it's going to give her a migraine 10 times worse.
Right.
Because edibles fucking hit you like a train.
Oh, yeah.
Like, weed's like kind of that bus where it's like slowly chugging, lugging along, getting faster and faster until it reaches speed. Where it's like, if this bus stops, the bomb's gonna blow.
Right. Keanu has to keep it going.
And so I'm just like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like people should definitely do research. They should definitely learn their own ropes first.
Yes.
It's like, it's even like the same thing with alcohol, man. Like, I used to not be a big fan of alcohol because, like, the first time I got intoxicated, I cracked my skull open. I had to get 13 staples.
Oh, yeah, that'd be rough.
And that ruined it for me. That's part of why I became such a, like, massive pothead, because I was like, yo, like, I can function and I can work on this.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, every time I would drink a can, then it's like, now I'm on that borderline alcoholic level. It's getting, it got a little bad for a minute there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I still, like, know my limits just because of the other things I've experienced.
Of course. Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, touching on that painkiller thing, I'm, like, full-blown 100% against all of that, because I had a huge, like, opiate painkiller problem in high school, and that definitely ruined a good portion of my life.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, I feel like that's the one thing nobody really, like, focuses on, is, like, just because it's legal, it's not good for you. No one really ever focuses on that. One thing I really like about Utah, though, is a lot of doctors have stopped prescribing Xanax because of the amount of abuse that's happened with it these past couple of years. And, like, even a lot of, like, celebrities and stuff like that, especially in the hip-hop origin, have started fighting against it. Like, I know everybody hates Russ. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't get why everybody hates Russ. I think Russ is fucking cool. He makes some banging tunes.
I know why, and I think it's very silly. He said some shit about Lil Peep when he passed away, but then said the opposite thing when Mac Miller passed away. So people were like, well, how can you say this about this guy but then be okay with it with this guy?
Well,
but
like,
I personally have been on Russ's
different
level.
levels, man.
You
Like,
know, I enjoy... I hate to be the white boy who says it, but I do enjoy some of Russ's music, but I also enjoyed a lot of these people who have passed away.
Like, I'm still with you, man. Like,
You have someone saying hi.
Wait, which faith is that?
I don't know.
Whichever faith you are, if you're the one I went to high school with, hey, how are ya? Haven't seen you in a minute. We should hang out sometime. But like, I'm not gonna lie. My, like, all-time top favorites in hip hop will always be Lil Peep and Mac Miller.
Oh, well,
I love them
fuck.
both. They are both fucking amazing.
Oh, man, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay, man. Like, that's one thing that really bummed. Like, both their deaths hella bummed me out.
Yeah.
Because, like, dude, Mac Miller got me through, like, half of middle
Hard
school,
times,
like,
man.
all of high school. I fucking cried when I listened to fucking Circles. Like, I was like, okay, bet. Like, let's check this out.
No,
Like,
it was
4
so-
songs in, it was over. I was
Yeah.
fucking bawling. But
I still catch myself because, like, I liked Little Peep. I did. I didn't like him at the start, and it was because of the hype train that everyone was like, oh, these mumble rappers. And Little Peep's not mumble rap. You guys just don't know what you're talking about.
he's more like emo core.
Yeah, and, like, you know, I enjoyed his music, and it bummed me out when, you know, he passed away. Fuck, dude, the Mac Miller one was hard for me.
Dude, Mac Miller honestly really fucking hurt. Like, Mac's one of those rappers where, I don't know, I've seen a lot of people that are like, oh, he's just fucking white boy, like, yada, yada, yada. No, like, Mac Miller was a fucking master lyricist.
Yeah.
I've never ever heard anybody fucking be able to make the amount of references he does, but still make, like, the most banging ass song you've ever heard.
I mean, I don't want to get into the whole white people and rap or, like, cultural appropriation or anything like that, but, like, at the end of the day, can't people just enjoy everything regardless? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's one thing that kind of, like, stopped me from, like, making rap and all that, is because I was thinking about, like, how it all really works, and I was like, oh, fucking everybody hates white rappers.
yeah. I mean,
And it's like, you know,
I mean, like, if like,
I feel like if you're good at what you do, then you should just appreciate that person is not only A, chasing their dream, but B, doing what, doesn't matter what you feel, what they feel they're best at.
well, and the one thing that I don't get is, like, with the term cultural appropriation coming up so much lately, like, I'm a white guy who lives in Utah who's not LDS. Okay, my family isn't anything special. We're, like, Scottish and Irish and, like, a little bit of Italian. Like, when I did my
You got Italian in
a little bit. When I did 23andMe, the joke was I was the whitest of white. I was 99% European descent. 99%. So I don't have culture. So why can't I enjoy everyone else's culture? Why is
That's
that
what I'm
against
saying.
the rules?
Dude, our culture is like fucking funeral potatoes, lasagna,
Yeah.
and then like fucking like basically our only culture is food.
Fry sauce.
Yeah, like that's just Utah as a general.
Yeah, like, I just...
if you ain't from Utah, if your state doesn't have fry sauce, I'm sorry.
And, like, I think, too, like, there's different rappers who make music for different people. Like, you know, there's some rappers who talk about living in, like, real tough areas and how it was growing up. And, like, I personally don't relate to it. I can still enjoy the music. But then there's rappers who I can relate to some of the shit that they're saying. So I can't enjoy, like...
Well, it's
I
like
don't know. I just...
the one thing that got me with Little Peep so hard is because like fucking like I don't know, I've always been like fucking depressed. I've had all that shit like going through, had to do that therapy shit and all that. And it's like it's nice to hear somebody else that feels the same way that you feel.
Right.
And you know, like, as cliche as it is, like, it's just nice to know that, you know, like, you're not the only person going through it. And then with Mac Miller, one thing that really got me into him was fucking, honestly, like, drug abuse and stuff like that. Like, I've had my fair share of, you know, things I'm not proud of and stuff like that, things that have, like, helped set me back in life. But at the same time, it's like, it goes back to the same cliche. It's nice to know that you're not the only person going through it.
Right.
And, like, besides that, like, I love Mac Miller because he makes some bangers, dog.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if any of you haven't heard fucking 100 Grandkids by Mac Miller and say it sucks, you are wrong. I'm sorry. Like, that is a banging ass song. Nobody fucking, like, no matter who you are, no matter where you are, all you want to do is live your life with fucking 100 grandkids and 100 grand in your back pocket.
Did you still have to go at 4 or no?
I will sadly
Okay.
because I gotta. God,
Do you want me to text Calford, or is your phone good?
Oh, she dead.
I'll message him. I have one thing that we can close out on. If you guys stayed or wanted to hear about serial killers or the other things that I posted, just rain check. I'm sure Kyle will be back in the next couple weeks because we
love
didn't even,
serial killers.
Yeah, we
love
didn't
them
even
here.
skim the surface today. Let me.
One thing, if you do want a nice closer, we can touch into fashion for a little bit.
Well, I have a question that's in regards to everything we're talking about. What do you want me to tell Calford?
I'd just be like, hey, Kai's phone is dead. Would you mind picking him up? ? And if he says no, tell him I'll put some gas in his car. Because he's 50-50 sometimes.
Love the kid to death, but he's 50-50.
So, what point in time, because I was listening to some, like a podcast that had a bunch of, like, old school, like, rappers on it, and, like, not, like, big names, but just, like, dudes who've been in the game forever, and, like, one of the things they brought up is, like, when they started making rap was drug-selling music. And now, today, it's drug-using music. that's the more mainstream and popular.
Yeah.
And I definitely you can hear it. Where did it break into like, you know, Xanax and other drugs on lean and whatnot being a more mainstream popular thing? Is it just because people were so like?
So, when it comes to Xanax specifically, I feel like that is a straight, like, mumble rap core thing. Because I never ever heard
Anybody ever mention like dropping bars or taking Xanax until like SoundCloud rappers started being a big thing.
You wanted me to call. Sorry, I didn't want
He's
to
a
interrupt
goofy
you.
goober. But then like lean, for anybody that really is in the hip hop scene, we all know Chief Keef
Hey.
and Fredo Santana are the
Can you-
masters
can
of
you hear me?
lean.
Yeah. Oh, my Snapchat, all my notifications are off because it's, yeah, there's problems with my Snapchat. I wish.
They're pretty fucking famous. Let's be real. There's a good amount of people I've met, like especially like from this area or like up north, south, where it's like I brought up Topshelfers, or it's like if anybody's like I need a podcast to listen to, I'm like bet Topshelfers. They're fucking legit.
Hey, thanks, man.
Anytime, man.
All right, perfect, Alfred. Call me on here if you need. Oh, you know, put me because I wasn't talking to him.
But
What's up? Oh, go Eagles, my guy. I can't wait to see you. See, hey, sorry to cut you off. What we said earlier, I'm gonna meet Go Eagles in California in September.
That's
I'm
what
going
we
down there
like
for
to hear.
vacation.
that's what we fucking like to
I'm
hear.
gonna buy the boy the best In-N-Out burger I've ever had.
Dude, fucking meet your internet friends. It
Yes.
doesn't matter if you've only met them on the internet. Fucking meet them.
They're still the same person.
They're all still the same people.
But yeah, so Chief Keef.
And fucking like Fredo Santana. At least those are the biggest lean heads I've ever seen. Fredo Santana, RIP, actually died because of lean.
Lil Wayne, he was.
Well, Lil Wayne was big into it for a minute. I forgot about that. Dude, I kind of forget about Lil Wayne a lot.
I mean, I think people forget that motherfucker was one of the first, well, not first, but one of the like 5 or 10 only rappers who did world tours.
Dude, that's the one thing that kind of bugs me because, like, dude, I love Lil Wayne, bless his heart, but I can't lie, he is not the best live. Like, 2 of my old roommates, fucking Chewy and Jason, they went to that Blink-182 Lil Wayne concert.
Oh yeah.
And then they came back and they were like, ooh, Lil Wayne's kind of weird live. And I was like, oh, well, you know, I could believe it. Like,
Yeah.
he's a little Tunichi for a reason.
Yeah.
He lived that tune life for a minute. But at the same time, like, Lil Wayne's made one of the biggest impacts. Like, you got, like, Lil Wayne, you got fucking Jay-Z, you got Drake.
Yeah.
Everybody knows fucking Drake.
Yeah.
Like,
Everyone's got a song too with Drake that they're like, all right, this like a lot of
Well,
people
it's
hate
like-
Drake or don't want to openly admit it, but like he's got some fucking songs.
Well, dude, I used to be like the biggest Drake hater ever, and it's like fucking back when I was at the Gallegos household, like a good portion of the guys love Drake.
Yeah.
You know, and like especially like my buddy Jason, man, taught me how to roll, man. Like,
Yeah.
he's fucking
OG.
he's a brother for life, dude. And he straight up is like one of the biggest Drake fans I've ever met. And I used to always tell him, because he'd be like, yo, let me bump some Drake. I'd be like, fuck no, I hate Drake, dude. And then it was like one day he was like, look, dude, like I'm gonna be real with you. You need to go fucking listen to Take Care.
Yeah.
And I was like, why? And he's like, because Take Care just hits different. He was like, if you don't cry during it, there's something wrong with you. And I was like, all right, bet. Like, let's listen to Take Care. And like, I'm sitting there, I'm like fucking a good 5 songs in, and I'm just sitting there, and I was like,
Right.
as I'm just like hearing everything, and I was like, why am I sad right now? And I looked at the fucking TV, and I was like, this album's hitting different.
Yeah.
And then I was like, ever since then, totally fucking 100% Drake now.
See, I think Drake is, not to get off the subject of like the original question, but like he knows that like the formula. He like, let's not get twisted here. I'm sure anyone who makes rap music would love to be able to get paid Drake money for their passion. And Drake knows the algorithm of what songs will be on the radio and make him the most money.
Well, he's had, like, I feel like out of a lot of the rappers there, Drake's definitely had the most #1 hits.
Yeah. But
like even Hotline Bling, dude, like that wasn't crazy.
no.
That one blew the fuck up.
Yeah.
That took the whole world by storm,
Yeah.
man.
And like he's got a song on the radio right now, Future. And you know what? Slight banger. I don't hate it.
Dude, I love Future. I'm not gonna lie.
You know?
I think my all-time favorite album with Future on it will always be World on Drugs with
Mhm.
Future and Juice WRLD.
R.I.P.
Dude, I was big sad about Juice WRLD too.
Yeah.
Juice WRLD was fucking good, dude.
And Juice WRLD, I like from the story, right, is he got the airplane, got off the airplane, they were going to search him or whatever, and he just took the pills or whatever it was. And
I hate to be that conspiracy theory guy. I low-key feel like Juice WRLD might have faked his death a little. Like, at least I'm hoping so, because he's made a couple posts where he's like, I'm going to get big, I'm going to blow up, and then I'm going to fake my death.
disappear.
Mm-hmm. And it's just like, I hope that's what happened. Like,
Yeah.
you know, he definitely had a lot of, like, problems with addiction and all that, but he was a fucking good dude at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, judge nobody for what they do, judge people for how they act.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we all have our demons, and like, you know, in situations like Juice WRLD, your demons are more public, so like, we can't judge him off that.
Yeah, and it's
We
like,
don't know him personally. He might be the fucking nicest guy in the world.
No, that's
And just
what-
because we know that his past was a struggle, like, why do we care? Fuck.
Yeah, dude, and it's like,
There's a lot of rappers out there that are good, but everybody hates.
like, I always catch flack for this, but I'm a big X fan.
Oh.
I loved X from, like, the first song I ever heard. And it's not just because, like, I get all the fucking legal bullshit and all that, you know.
Yeah, of course.
But it's like, there's been a lot of controversy with that. But at the same time, like, if it ends up being he was a fucking shitty-ass person, like, I can't lie, I'll still love him just because of his music.
Yeah.
And just because of the way he interacted with his fans. Like, he would always do, like, live streams. And, like, the basis of all those was, like, yo, like, no matter what you're going through, you got somebody there.
Yeah.
And, like, I just love that, you know, because, like, not a lot of rappers really go big and interact with their fans.
Yeah.
Lil Dicky's the king, too.
Lil Dicky's great.
Dude, Lil Dicky's fucking amazing, to
Yeah.
be honest. He fucking kills me. He's the greatest comedy rapper I've seen in a minute.
Didn't people always say that he looked like Lil Dicky?
Dude! Fuck, man. Lil Dicky and Young Gravy is what I always get.
Young Gravy, oh
Literally,
no!
they're all like, you look just like Young Gravy. And I'm like, y'all motherfuckers only say that because I have a beard and curly hair
Yeah.
and I'm blonde.
That's okay. I get called every fat bearded man that's ever lived.
Are you serious?
Action Bronson's the most popular one, and I get it.
It's just because of the beard.
He might be
man.
my dad. I don't know.
Dude, fuck if he is.
Someone called me
Better
Chum
start-
Lee the other day, and I
Better
got
start
real
cooking
mad.
it up. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, dude. You look nothing like
I
Chum.
was like, yo, you got me fucked up,
Like,
bud.
what the fuck is even that, dude? You look nothing like Chum Lee. Chum Lee is his own, like, unit. Like,
So-
I ain't ever seen anyone that looks like Chum
No,
Lee.
he looks, yeah. I don't want to say, I was going to say something real fucked up. But you know Vice, right? The TV channel or whatever, or the YouTube.
I love Vice.
So Action Bronson has a show on there where he gets really high and watches Ancient Aliens.
Dude, Ancient Aliens with Action Bronson?
Yeah, I want to pitch Vice a show where I go everywhere the Action Bronson's got famous at, trying to find him like he's my actual dad. I think it'd be really funny, and I think Vice might be into it just because, like, I could go and, like, where he studied, like, fucking cooking and whatnot, and be like, oh, so you knew him before he was Action Bronson? Like, tell him about me, and, like, the whole thing, then I finally get there, and, like, whatever, some funny skit, like,
You could be like, you could call it Finding the Action.
oh, man. We may be on, like, that might be it. I'm writing my email tonight.
Dude.
Come on, Vice.
Oh my god, that'd be so great, dude. I could see it happening too, because like Vice has done some blown shit. Like, I don't know if any of y'all have ever watched fucking Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia.
I haven't.
Dude, so it's this one, like, just skinny white dude. His whole purpose is, I'm gonna learn everything, and I'm gonna do everything in the world of drugs. That's how I learned about the Philosopher's Stones, is because he went and did those in Amsterdam. Or there's, like, this tribe, I can't remember where it's at. It's, like, some place in the Amazon, yada, yada, yada. But it's, like, they're one of those, we're secluded, like, nobody fucks with them. But they have this thing they do with frogs, where it's, like, it's supposed to be a super powerful psychohallucinogenic. There we go. That's how you say that word.
Yeah. It's a tough one. It's a tongue twister.
And, like, what they do is they take your arm, and they take a stick that's been sitting in a fire, and they burn your arm, and then they rub some of the venom off the frog, because it's like a poison dart where it secretes the venom, and they stick some of that in there. And it was like, that one fucking killed me, dude, because he's like, I don't know if I feel it, like, let me catch a little more, so they, like, stick a little more in. And he's sitting there, and he literally, like, goes to take a step, and he just, like, stops and, like, lays down. He's like, I need to go. And they, like, they lay him down on the boat, and he's like, I don't know what I'm experiencing right now. He's like, I'm feeling all sorts of, like, he's like, if I had to explain this, it's like being on a muscle relaxant while having nausea and motion sickness, but you're tripping out at the same
Wait, is this
time.
the same show where he went up in those beehives? Like, he had to climb all those crazy ladders, and the bees up there produce, like, The psycho
hallucinogenic honey, dude. Oh yeah, man.
That shit looks wild, dude. I watched that episode and like watching all the natives take it, and they're just fucking laughing and giggling, just having this great old time, man.
Oh
Kai,
god.
that guy said he was gonna stick his dick in my ear.
What?
Full send?
Which guy?
The Cash My Electric Boy.
Well, fuck, dude. I don't.
What do I tell him?
Wait, what?
Wait, are we live?
Yeah.
Take
Oh my god!
take a couple steps back here. Did you see that man said he was gonna put a dick in your ear?
No, I'm pissed, but I'm down.
Oh my god. That was probably the best thing to have just enter out of
Yeah.
oblivion.
I thought you
I'm
guys
not
were
gonna
done. Y'all
lie.
said you were gonna be done at 4, right?
Yeah, we can call it. Everyone watching, thank you very much.
Hope you enjoyed that last little belligerentness.
Yeah, if you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to follow us on all of our socials. If you really enjoyed Kai, his social medias will be posted on the YouTube video that will be made from this podcast.
I warn you, don't follow me
And
on
if you
Twitter.
enjoy me, mine will be in the handles too.
Yeah,
Oh god. But
that's Calford.
next time I will come prepared with serial killers.
No, we can plan either a week or two from now. I want to do serial killers. I want to do fashion, and I also want to keep talking about the hip hop world and where it is nowadays.
Dude, bet. Like I'll do some preparation.
Damn, we just went on a whole thing about Lil Peep, my guy.
Yeah, dude. You already know I'm the biggest Lil Peep fan in fucking forever.
That sucks.
Oh my god, you hurt my feelings sometimes.
I want to go to the liquor store. Let's go.
All right, guys, have a good night. Thank you again. We will see you tonight, 8:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I have another show, so if you want to come back and hang out, that's when it is.
Is it gonna be read
Talk to you guys
between
later.
the